some of you might recognise this destination. It's the entry to Cradle Mountain. We've made it. The only problem is the weather closed in on us. So I've been in, shown our national parks pass. We've got a 2-month one, which was about $89.50, I think it was. And that's come in handy for a couple of national parks we've gone to already, plus this one here. So far it hasn't been too bad. We did have to pay an extra $15 each to be on the bus, to be able to get the shuttle up to the points that we need to go. So very informative at the information centre. They've given me all the information I need, and we've got our fingers crossed for tomorrow for some nice weather. So watch this space. There's a super big car park up here, which is great for parking, and as I say, very, very helpful. I'm just going to spin around once I get onto some firmer ground here. So here we have the car park area, and there is some promising patches of sky, so hopefully it'll pass through and we'll be good tomorrow. Good morning. Well, we're up bright and early this morning. We've got to catch the 10 in the morning bus, and as you can see, not the ideal conditions that we hope for, but it's going to be changeable. So when you're out in wilderness areas like this, make sure you come prepared, and that is good jacket. You can always take things off, hat, and I've got a raincoat just in case as well. So I'm a bit puffed. Righty ho, in case you didn't hear earlier, it was all rushed. We got up early. We caught the bus about 10 past 8 and made our way up to Dove Lake. And as you can see, the weather still hasn't changed, although it's not as cold up here as I expected, but then the wind hasn't hooked in yet. Beautiful arrival centre right here. There's apparently some windows that we can see the lake from, some viewing areas, and toilets at the top, and drinking water. Register your name for any of the walks that you're going to do, and make sure your feet are clean too. So okay, let's go and see what we can see. Well, it's a nice centre in here, and especially over the last couple of days, it's been pretty wet and ugly, and I bet you this area here would get quite a workout. Viewing areas here where you can sit down and just watch the weather go past, hoping for that glimpse of Cradle Mountain from here. So yeah, it should be a busy little spot. And yeah, we might be joining them. Kind of reminds me of Mount Wellington when we'll get the sun in the right place. Kind of reminds me of Mount Wellington when, yeah, nothing really happened. Fingers still crossed, anything can happen. Righty ho. Well, as I mentioned earlier, make sure you got clean feet. Now, those are not exercise machines for treadmill or Nordic skiing. You yeah, pop your shoes on the scrubber, scrub all the crap off, and then use the little applicator, which just squirts like a detergent or something on the on your shoes. And they're trying to prevent, I think it's a disease called dieback. So you may transport it either from the country that you're from, or there might be some elsewhere. And this here is really, really fragile, so having that. So here's the other side of the little centre that you can sit out here and take in the views. So our main goal today is to check out what is normally a beautiful photogenic boathouse on Dove Lake. I noticed too there's kayaks, so I wonder whether you can do kayak tours around here too. Be nice on a hot summer's day. Not today. Right, well, as nature goes, sometimes you miss those $1 million shots. It's up there somewhere. We might have to go and import a photo here. See if we can find what Cradle Mountain looks like for you. But yeah, fingers crossed, we're still here for another hour. So yeah, as I mentioned before, Dove Lake, there she be. she's lovely. It's not too bad, not too windy. There's a little ripple on there, but sometimes this is just glassy calm and puts out some really nice reflective properties. And then as we swing around, you're going to find the boathouse. There it is. That too is a very picturesque little scene. So yeah, it's nice to get that one off my list of things to do. So now we're going to go walking back to where we started, and then around the other side, you'll notice this very big rock over here. So that has some significance millions and millions of years ago. Part of this was all under ice and snow, and it's part of the glacial movement apparently. So hence it's called Glacier Rock. So you'll catch us over at that vantage point looking at this vantage point. Here we go. Here we are. It's well worth the walk to Glacier Rock. It's not far from the centre there. Great platform here on the Glacier Rock overlooking the Dove Lake. You can see now where we were down at the cabin. I think it's about there. Glacier Rock. This is why it was called Glacier Rock. You can kind of make out some little dips in the rock. This is the way when a glacier was in here that was moving down the valley. Pretty incredible. Obviously thousands of millions of years ago. So that's how it all got created. So yeah, pretty gnarly piece of rock. And it's all started from way up in here too. So this would have been all ice. That's a good representation. Good spot. Here comes the bus. What? Right, good little bus service, hop on, hop off. It's always one around about 10 minutes. Very good. Anyway, we're on part of the Overland track, or we're actually heading on to Waldheim Chalets if we can. Now, the Overland track, I don't know whether I'm your member or whether you've seen it, but we were at St. Clair, Lake St. Clair on the other side, and it's a it's a 5 to 6 day hike from here. So this is the start of it, and I don't know whether you can just pick it out, but there's a blue and a pink, where are we, rain cover here. Those are a couple that are attempting the track today. But we're just going to do this. This is one of the best spots apparently to spot the odd wombat if we're lucky. So wish us luck. Wombat hunting we go. So it's 40 odd minutes return up to the chalet and back. So we'll give that one a crack, eh? And fingers crossed, a bit more blue sky. We've just walked 10 minutes. We've got another 10 minutes to go up to the chalet. And here is Judy. Hey Judy. And she's on this very, very pretty little bridge that goes over a very lovely little stream. Check it. No wombats, no. A lot of poo. And there's, yeah, you can go up to Dove Lake from here. That's 1.5 hours. Or also Wombat Pool. So those people are off in that direction there. Some energetic souls. And just so we've just done the trail, and yeah, no wombats, but hopefully on the way back we might see something. Right, well we made it to the top of the trail, a little adventure down a little drive, and we come to this, I think it's Waldheim Chalet. So I'm just out the back of the chalet. It's a beautiful creek, and believe it or not, obviously once he sorted all the chalet side of stuff, I went from like 4 or 5 bedroom to like 9 bedroom or something. It was huge. But he built a bathhouse. Now this bathhouse basically taps into the water just up above into the bath, and it was cold for quite some time until he built like a furnace or a copper that was able to heat the water up so you could have a bath. But certainly staggering. So that was a bathhouse, nice little forestry walk, and this is the back side of the cottage here. Oh dear, well, sad news on the wombat front. Plenty of poo, but no wombat. So been a nice walk though. The going up to those chalets was nice. And just being out here on these grounds, real pretty. Mixed weather though. You've got wind, sunshine, rain, hot and cold. So be prepared for everything. Now we'll go and find our bus and our next port of call. Right, just down from the Visitors Interpretation Centre. Well, that was out at the Ranger Station. We've come down to the Enchanted Walk. It's one of Tasmania's 60 great short walks. From what I've seen, it looks very, very pretty. So yeah, easy start. Nice sealed path behind us there. Boardwalk into the bush. Right, well the Enchanted Forest, a little disappointed on the upriver side, but when you cross the river and start heading back in the other direction, it definitely gets that nice enchanted mystical sort of little forest, lots of moss all growing over the trees, and lots of water and things. And then you got the river on the other side that slows down, so it's peaceful and quiet and tranquil. So yeah, it hasn't disappointed on the other side. It's very nice, easy walk too. There's also, I went through one on the other side, little tunnels. Not really for big kids, ideally for little kids. A little interaction photo and things in there, quite nice. But yeah, the river going down through there, it's nice. Anyway, go and catch up with Jude, she's making good progress. Huge news, everybody. We've just got back to the camper and we found a wombat. How cool is that? So we kind of, it is a wombat. It is a wombat. Look, Jude's got to go, and she's got the better camera, so she's going to go for the better shot. So I'll let her have first crack at it, and then we'll pop over and we're going to have a look and see this wombat in the wild. I mean, I have seen wombats in the zoo and the wildlife centre and bits and pieces, but to see one in the wild by yourself is extra special. All good? I've got to help Jude, hold on. So here we are in the pastures, lots of poop everywhere, and this is what we went bloody miles for, to find a wombat, only to find one as we're boarding our motorhome. There he is! How cute! Okay, so I'm going to turn it on to front view from here. So here we go. Here's Mr. Wombat in the wild, having some munchies. How are you, fella? Great thing with the bus pass is it's 72 hours, so we sort of decided to come back again today, hoping for some better weather, and it has been better. Got a bit of cloud over the Cradle Mountain right now, but the first smaller peak has been visible. Got a couple of little still photos of that, but pretty nice. It's nice to get an idea of the size of that mountain. It's pretty cool. Well, we've been patiently waiting for that cloud to move. That's about probably the best we've got so far of both peaks. Get the shot of the Cradle Mountain in the distance. Well done. I love it. It was well worth the effort. Now what? Onwards to our next destination.